We're going to take a look by request at Neptune Linux Neptune OS featuring Plasma, the perplexing desktop. Alright, welcome back. So, I recorded this some time ago, and I'm going to show you this inside my favorite Linux distribution featuring the Mate desktop running Ubuntu Mate. And like I said, I recorded this some time ago. I wasn't sure how to really finalize this, but I've never been one to hold back. So, that being said, let's take a look at Neptune OS featuring the Plasma desktop. Alright, so I recorded this using Simple Screen Recorder, one of the best screen recorders for any Linux distribution. And the Plasma desktop built into Neptune, look, it looks terrific. It looks slick, as Plasma has always been. But I've never considered Plasma, or any Plasma desktop, as a daily driver doing these types of videos. And one of the reasons is, as we look at the audio volume controls, I wish this had immediately built in a mic level input adjustment meter. It's not there. You have to kind of hunt for it. And I think that's one of the problems with Plasma desktop, is sometimes you have to hunt for settings. And in 2018, I really shouldn't have to do that. Yeah, it just doesn't quite feel as natural as, say, if I look at the Mate desktop here, there's a level input meter right there. I don't have to hunt for it. Alright, moving along. As far as the desktop itself goes, wallpaper, pretty much self-explanatory. I don't have to hunt for wallpapers, at least. A nice selection of wallpapers. And let's go ahead and pick that one. Alright, that looks nice and colorful. So let's right-click again. Adding widgets. Plasma is known for its little extras, little plugins, I suppose, called widgets. When they work. Of course, I did not do this as a full install, by the way. I just ran this off the USB stick, and a little bit slow running it off the USB stick, but that is not that unusual. Normally you would have a little shortcut widget on the desktop. It didn't quite happen here, but that's okay. I'm not holding that against the Plasma desktop. I did notice on the left side of the screen, the monitor, it kind of got washed out there, whitewash or whatever. Maybe that would not be the case in a full install. The Discover Package Manager looks colorful, but it's not my favorite. I prefer the Synaptic Package Manager when it comes to installing and uninstalling software. The Dolphin File Manager, one of the best, if not the best, file manager for Linux. Full-featured. I think this part, as far as the file managers go, is quite easy to use. Alright, so moving along, we do have a panel at the bottom. Of course, you can resize that, move it any way you want to. Very nice. One thing I've noticed about this, you can right-click to add a panel, such as a default panel, and that's quite easy. There is the Neptune installer. It took a while for it to boot up, to pop up, but that's okay. Being that it's Ubuntu based, it should be user-friendly to install alongside Windows or just as a full install. So as you look at the panel, I was able to add a panel at the top. And you would think right-clicking, you would be able to delete the panel, but the option is strangely not there. Alright, moving along, we do have some shortcuts here, some immediate icons for the Plasma desktop. Very nice. But again, I am stuck with two panels that I have to hunt for the setting to delete the top panel, and I shouldn't have to do that. Chromium is installed by default. Very nice web browser. However, doing the Google Hangouts, Chromium does not work for me for whatever reason. This is Neptune 5.6. And we look at some of the features here, some screenshots, some of the applications that are installed. Again, as far as built-in applications go, default, it should be fine. It should be just about everything you would need to get started with Neptune OS. Alright, so we have that. I don't know what's up with the Plasma desktop, and it's all whitewashed or white out there on the top left. So we'll just use the bottom left here, getting to the applications. We have a search bar, very nice. Some favorites on the left, and again, all the applications you would need to get started with Neptune OS. We have some settings there. Grub Customizer is not usually installed by default. I've noticed in a lot of Linux distribution. I'm not sure if that's something I would use. If we go into the system settings, and I was hoping that if I type in panel, it would get me to how to delete the second panel, but I did not see it there. So that was kind of like a waste of time. Internet, graphics, of course the GIMP installed by default, very nice. Thunderbird email, I use that quite a bit. Multimedia, just about everything you need to get started again running this Neptune OS. Pulse audio volume control should be a standard application for Linux. Audacity, very good. Rec FF MPEG, recording your desktop. I haven't used this application in a long time. I did test it, and at least in my quick test, it did work. So yeah. Games, I don't play a lot of games in both Linux and Windows for that matter. Under system, again, lots of applications here. I was going through this. A lot of this I really would not use. Let's take a look at the monitor called KSysGuard. Memory usage, running simple screen recorder about 900 megabytes, and that's perfectly fine to me. And a look at the Grub Customizer. Again, this is something I would not use. That does say the Excalibur menu. I like the name. You can right click from alternatives there and choose other menu options. Application dashboard, launcher, menu, simple menu. I guess when all things fail, keep it simple, right? So the options that are built into the Plasma desktop are actually very nice. Again, my problem isn't the look of this. It just doesn't feel as user friendly as what it should be. Give me those two examples, with from before for the how to delete the second panel and the mic input level meter. We had 4 desktops, 4 workspaces there. So this is one of those situations where, I guess I've been told apparently that the way the Plasma desktop is, the developers like to do things their way, and it's either their way or the highway. And for me, the Plasma desktop, well, I guess it's out on the highway, because I will not drive this as a daily driver. It needs to be simplified. And I mean, if that's the case with how Plasma is developed, maybe Plasma needs new blood, as it were, to make it just a little bit more user friendly. And once again, having to search on how to delete the second panel, was very annoying. Not quite as friendly as the Mate desktop, in my opinion. So if you're looking for a modern, fully loaded, jacked up Linux desktop, Linux distribution featuring the Plasma desktop, then maybe this one is for you. For newbies, for beginners, this may be a little bit too much. Once that person gets used to running Linux, I'm getting all choked up talking about Plasma. Once that person gets used to running Linux, then maybe the any distribution featuring the Plasma desktop might be something of an option for that newbie. But for me, I'm going to stick with my Ubuntu Mate, because they use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And that note, I'm going to kiss off, and I'm done with this. So Thanks for watching and listening as always. Thank you for over 8 years of this Total OS Today technology channel. And I think I need a drink after running plasma. I'm all scratchy here. All right, that's all I have. Catch you on the next one. Take care.